Welcome to the verse.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Verse Crypto Channel, the most savage generic crypto channel out there. My name's Chaos Chris, and I'll be your host today. If we're out this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so we keep you guys up to date with the latest, greatest news and information in this space. With that being said, let's hop around this video. Welcome back, guys. I have another awesome project to talk about with you guys today. The name of this project is CULT.DAO. And as most of you guys know, currently the cryptocurrency market is in the toilet. A lot of stuff's going on. Inflation is raging. Everything's going absolutely bananas. And right now we are going into a bear market. As most of you guys know, the bear market is expected to bottom out closer to the midterms. That's how the cycles work. But since we're in a bear market, this is your chance to hop into some awesome projects. Keep in mind, millionaires are made in the bear market. So kind of think back before the last bull market, and you're saying that you're looking at coins and tokens going up to all-time highs. And you're sitting there like, dang, why did I not invest in this token? It's sitting at about $40. Well, I guarantee you that same token that was probably sitting at $40 is now at like $3, $2, or $1. So there's a lot of opportunity right now in the bear market to get into some awesome projects. And one thing I've been emphasizing to anyone who follows this channel is to check out these treasury-based projects. And that's what CULT.DAO is. We're going to go a little bit more into it later on in the video. And the whole point of these treasury projects is to invest in into like the treasury or buy the token, and they basically take like stable coins and they invest into different projects. And now what you're going to see is a lot of these treasuries are going to buy up some of these projects basically for pennies. And once the bull market returns, those pennies are going to turn into dollars, and those dollars can be in the millions, and you can earn a nice, juicy payout. So I think you guys get the whole point of what I'm trying to get into today. So basically, CULT.DAO, it's a decentralized treasury project. Basically, you buy the CULT token, and once you buy the CULT token, you get ownership rights into the project. And they have a really cool decentralized ranking system, kind of like a decentralized government or a DAO, if most of you guys don't know. And how the DAO is broken down is to make it completely community run. And honestly, this project is some of the best utility. Now, CULT right now is on the Ethereum blockchain, but it's also going to be launching on the Pulsechain, which is even better. So you bet your bottom dollar that CULT is going to be investing in a lot of Pulsechain projects. That's not confirmed, but that's what I'm predicting, because that's probably going to be the main chain that this project is going to be operating on. So let's kind of take a little look-a-rooski at this project. CULT. So if you guys want to check out the project, go to CultDAO.io, and it'll come up with this awesome UI. And let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of these projects, and this UI is top of the line. So the purpose of CULT is to empower and fund those building, contributing towards our decentralized future. Our society is built to make it difficult to make it as difficult as possible to break away from style, economic, and other norms. So basically, the users are be taxed a 0.4% tax on every transaction. That 0.4% tax is going to go to a DAO treasury. And so the top 50 decall owners can submit protocols, and basically the rest of the community can vote on it. Every 15.5 ETH raise, well, let me just pause this. I don't want to go too fast. So let's just back it up a little bit so we can kind of break this down. So I already kind of broke down the utility behind the token. So there's going to be the top 50 decall owners can submit protocols for investments with investee wallet addresses included in submission. So if you're one of the top 50 decall owners, you can basically submit protocols and say, I want to invest in Pulsechain, I want to invest in PulseX. And then these protocols go to the rest of the community, and you and anyone with a deCult token can actually vote on the protocol and say we want to approve it or disapprove it. But what's really key to understanding is that the top 50 deCult owners that are going to be submitting the protocols do not vote on the protocol. So they're not allowed to vote. Their only goal is to submit protocols, which is absolutely really, really cool. So it's kind of like a Congress in a way, but not really, because they don't have total like power over the project. You know, a lot of the project direction is going to be the entire community behind it. And the money that they're going to get for these investments come from the 0.4% tax that's collected on every transaction for the CULT token. So kind of just moving on. So every 15.5 ETH raise, if a proposal has been approved, the Treasury will auto send 13 ETH to the investee wallet and send 2.5 ETH of CULT to a burn wallet. So the idea is they're going to basically make this token deflationary after the proposal is approved. And that's kind of the idea behind it. And then they're going to use this ETH to basically, you know, use as kind of funding for the proposal and the investment. Oh, let me go back. Video. Oh, sorry, guys. This scroll is kind of messing me up right now. So we'll go over here. Oh, go back. And we'll pause right there. So proposals can be put forward and approved without limit. They just will not be paid until the Treasury has been replenished to 15.5 ETH of CULT. So, you know, you got this Treasury getting filled up with these CULT tokens. And basically, the only way the proposal can go through is once we reach that 15.5 ETH of CULT. So kind of just moving on. So investee company sells their token for CULT at burn and distribution rate agreed. 50% is sent to burn wallet and 50% is given back to deCult owners. So pretty self-explanatory. So the 50% that's going to be burned obviously goes to a dead wallet, and then 50% it's basically reflected back to token holders, and then users can stake CULT into deCult and earn some rewards. So that's kind of like the idea of the entire ecosystem. It's very straightforward and very easy to understand. You know, you basically have the CULT token, you have a tax on transactions, goes into DAO Treasury. Top 50 wallets submit protocols for investment. The protocol gets approved, then you have 13 ETH will be sent to the investee wallet, and then 2.5 ETH of CULT is going to be sent to a burn wallet. So it's going to make this token automatically deflationary. The only way the proposals can be put forward and approved is only if there's 15.5 ETH of CULT in the wallet. And then the investee company will sell their token for CULT at a burn distribution rate agreed. 50% is burn, and then 50% is sent back to stakers. So it's basically a reflection token, but it has some really awesome utility behind it. Now let's go over. So if you guys click on the frequently asked questions, they have a plethora of awesome information behind this token. And I want to just go and kind of nitpick a few of these. So what is CULT? CULT is a tradable liquid token of CultDAO. Transacting CULT will contribute to protocol by filling the DAO treasury slowly to fund investments into decentralized technology. This is achieved to a 0.4% tax on all CULT transactions. deCult is basically the governance token, and it gives you kind of like part ownership in the DAO. So it's a decentralized autonomous organization. So kind of just moving down. So what measures are in place to ensure that my crypto is protected? Our contracts and token has been fully audited. So that's definitely a big thing. You want to make sure this project has been audited. So it's been audited and it's also been launched onto the Ethereum blockchain. So if you guys want to hop into this project, now's your time. Plus, you're going to get a nice free airdrop once the Pulsechain launches. So what's the really cool part about CultDAO is they're developing this idea of decentralized venture capitalism. And, they have a really great explanation here, but I want to even kind of dumb it down a little bit more. So what is venture capitalism? Venture capitalism is basically you have a massive investment company. And so, for example, we'll say BlackRock, right? And so people go in, they buy shares of BlackRock. And what BlackRock does is they basically go out and they invest in real estate. They invest in companies. They invest in everything. And so what CultDAO is doing is the same thing like BlackRock is doing. And what's the difference between, BlackRock and CultDAO is completely decentralized. So basically they create a really cool structure where people can put out proposals and then everyone else just votes on them, and the people that put out proposals don't vote on the proposal, so there's not any sort of manipulation. This is all done through wallet addresses, so you can't go out and threaten people and say, hey, you better vote for my proposal, otherwise I'm gonna come after you. You can't do any of that stuff. And everyone's completely anonymous, but their ultimate goal is to see this project succeed. And so it's creating this new type of economy, or not economy, but this new market sector of cryptocurrency called decentralized venture capitalism. And I can't stress this enough. There's so many projects popping up. And how I kind of see it is, when I invest in the CultDAO, or when I own that Cult token, I'm going to get a piece of everything. I'm going to get a piece of, they're probably going to try to buy a bunch of ETH, Chainlink, Pulsechain, all sorts of decentralized technologies. And so by me jumping into this token, I can get a nice juicy treasury payout because I'll own a little bit of everything. So if one thing fails, then it's not going to destroy my whole investment portfolio. And, we see this with ETFs. We see this with a lot of things on the stock market, and it has been very successful. And it will be something that will be very successful in cryptocurrency. So one thing I really want to reiterate is the Guardians. So the Guardians are the top 50 token holders. They are tasked with safeguarding the proposals and are sent to the mini to be voted upon. Due to their larger weighting and token share, they are not allowed to influence the proposals they bring before the mini. They may champion the proposal as much as they please, but only their voice may influence others, not their wealth. So I've covered this a lot, but I think the other thing I also want to say is, when you have the top, 50 token holders, there's a good chance that they're going to own more than 50 to 60% of the project. I mean, it just happens. There's always a certain degree of centralization in almost anything in every aspect of life. But with these token holders, by eliminating their role in voting on things and going for the proposals, they're going to be more incentivized to put out really great proposals because they own a huge part of the treasury, and they want to be investing in projects that will benefit them. And in doing so, it's going to benefit everyone else. And so it's a really cool structure. It's a really good concept, and also limits the influence of whales. So if a big billionaire comes in, buys this project up, then they can't sit here and try to sabotage the project. So we kind of covered this all the way through. This just goes through each of the protocol, and then so let's go right here. So why do we burn 2.5 ETH of every 15.5 ETH raise? We're not blind to the blockchain and crypto market's core attraction being potential huge increases in the price of a token picked by a user. We're also wise to the previous financial system's tricks to keep the mini subdued, and this is why our burn system has been designed to make our economic model hyper deflationary. So it's pretty simple. They want to burn as many of these tokens as possible, make it hyper deflationary, and create a up and to the right phenomenon behind the token price. So if you guys want to go through and read the rest of these, there's a lot of these, but I just kind of want to cover the main stuff. So coming back here, overall, CULT.DAO, it's a really cool project. They're developing an awesome community. A lot of people in the Pulsechain community have been looking at this project. If you go over here, they have already 64,000 followers, which is absolutely insane. 64,000 followers. And you know, they're always coming out with new things. They're developing this project. They're coming out with a manifesto. A lot of people are coming in and really hyping this project up, and they're also trending a lot on Twitter. So honestly, it's absolutely awesome. Maybe another thing that we can take a little look-a-rooski at before I kind of zoom out of this video. Yeah, let's take a little look-a-rooski at this price, just to gauge on how we're doing so far. So we kind of had a launch in February, and then since the launch, wow, let's take a little look. Yeah, so right out of the gate, this project 133x. Holy smokes. So basically, we got 133x right off the bat, right at the peak of the bull market. And now when we come back down here, we're sitting at about a 16x. So 133x right off the bat, and now we're capitulating at about a 16x is absolutely bananas. Now, keep in mind, this is on the Ethereum blockchain. So people are going to be severely limited when it comes to investing into a project like this due to the gas fees and the inefficiency behind the Ethereum blockchain. So imagine this project on the Pulsechain. We're going to see cheaper transactions. A lot of little guys can kind of just hop in and really buy up this token. So to kind of give you guys an idea of like who's coming in, you know, we got one person buying $3,000, $1,000, $4,000, close to $500, $2,000. So you can kind of see that a lot of the people buying into this project are big. They had to put up a lot of money to acquire some of these CULT tokens. And then we got a few small little transactions here and there. So I think the chart speaks for itself. It's a great project. And like I've said before, ETFs, DAOs, a lot of these like really cool community-based investment projects are going to be the future of cryptocurrency, because instead of just owning one token outright, you can take that money and basically put into a coin that invests in a bunch of other projects. So you have a little piece of the pie all across the markets. And when you do that, not only will you grow in your investments, but there's a good chance that you'll make life-changing wealth. So with that being said, guys, that's it for the video. You know, comment down below. Let us know what you think about CULT.DAO and whether or not it's going to be a great project on the Pulsechain. And before I wrap this video up, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so we can keep you guys up to date with the latest, greatest news and information in the space. My name's Chaos Chris. I love every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.